Warning. No, I mean warning. This podcast is hosted by a podcaster that does not, I repeat, does not know what to say out his mouthfeel area, and does not express the views of Shizzy Lit Podcast at all or in any way whatsoever at all, not at all or whatsoever. Nautica, Nathan, Nathaniel, nothing, you hear me, I don't even see how he got a show. Anyway, remember what I told everybody, it's totally inappropriate for anybody of any age, color, ethnic, gender, religion, state, country, town or human being on this planet, even aliens. I warned all of yous. I'm out.
Yo, it's your boy OG Shizzy Brizzle. This is another Shizzy Lit Podcast. Today's topic is top 10 black podcasts to listen to during Black History Month and forever. If you're black, it's just history. You know, feel me? So you can always listen to them. I guess any other nationality, race, and all that can listen to it for Black History Month. Anyway, it's by Sidney Clark at bestcolleges.com and all that, you feel me? You know what I mean? Edited by Cobretti D. Williams, PhD, and Mackenzie Corporal, or Caporal, my bad. Anyway, like I was saying, y'all know podcast is taking over. Whenever something take over, you know we got to get our piece of it. So there's a bunch of black content creators, podcasters, and all that we want to put y'all up on and all that. So this is my job. I'm gonna go real hard to make sure y'all know, and I'm gonna put the light on these people, and also while putting the light on myself. So y'all remember, y'all hear this from OG Shizzy Brizzle, is your host, Shizzy Lit Podcast. Y'all ready? We gonna do this just like this. Number one, The Read, hosted by the hilarious duo Chriselle and Kid Furry. The Read gives black queer takes on pop culture since 2013. The pair has entertained millions with their antics. Whether the topic is Summer Walker's baby food comments or their reigning queen Beyonce, the show packs witty commentary at every punch. The show also features listeners' letters, which Chriselle and Kid Furry respond to with hysterical and insightful advice. They never fail to analyze topics through the lens of societal expectations. The Read is an absolute necessity on everyone's to-do list. So everybody need to check that out. They telling y'all. The Read, number one on the top 10 black podcasts to listen to during Black History Month. We're gonna go to number two. You feel me? Jade and XD. Dubbed the blackest show about nothing, Jade and XD presents a form of controlled chaos that listeners can't get enough of. Even with no particular structure, the podcast executes the perfect combination of intellect, commentary, and absolutely unhinged behavior that inspires contemplation while leaving listeners on split sides. This show caters to a wide range of listeners with episodes dedicated to topics like classics, black auntie songs, and detailed recaps of latest RuPaul Drag Race episodes. Jade and XD is a roller coaster everyone should ride at least once. So that's number two on the top 10 black podcasts to listen to in Black History Month and beyond and all that. So number three, The Friend Zone. The Friend Zone, focusing on mental well-being. The Friend Zone is hosted by friends Asante, Dustin, and Fran, aided by Fran's knowledge of holistic wellness. The show is a resource as entertaining as it is informative, while explaining topics such as prioritizing peace, platonic and romantic relationships, and mindful practice. Fran, Dustin, and Asante give advice that changes the way listeners move through the world. The host dynamic balances Fran's careful consideration, Dustin's brashness, and Asante's amusement. The Friend Zone is a top black podcast for mental health enthusiasts. You feel me? So everybody, you feel me, that's dealing with that mental health or know somebody dealing with that, y'all might want to check in on that joint. You feel me? And that's number three, I believe. Yes, number three. You feel me? Of the top 10 black podcasts you should listen to Black History Month. Jamil Hill is Unbothered is number 4. Jamil Hill is Unbothered. Jamil Hill shines brightly in her clever podcast. Jamil Hill is Unbothered. The journalist and political commentator offer inside perspectives on influential black figures and their contributions to the culture, speaking with nuance and wisdom. featuring guests like actor Danielle Kaluuya, musicians Questlove, and political commentator Stephen Colbert. Hills foster compelling and vulnerable conversations. The show focuses on black women creating a space for them to hear news and media takes that consider their humanity. Jamil Hill is Unbothered is a phenomenal black podcast that gives listeners a look into black culture's foremost influences. So y'all check out that jump, Jamil Hill, number 4. It'll feel me on the top 10 black podcasts to listen to in Black History Month. Autism is Black. Autism in Black is number 5. Pardon me. Autism in Black, number 5. Hosted by Maria Davis Pierre, LMHC. The Autism in Black podcast focuses on intersectionality of being black and autistic. Dedicated to reducing the stigma in the black community, Maria supports black parents of autistic children by providing a non-judgmental space and empowering them to advocate for their children and their self. By delivering real experiences and conversations with guest speakers, listeners learn about navigating various therapies, IEPs, co-parenting burnouts, and receiving a diagnosis during childhood or adult as a black individual. Autism in Black is a must listen to for anyone working in mental health or K-12 education. You feel me? So, Autism in Black, number 5. Number 6, Black Girl Gone. True crime podcast. Black Girl Gone tells the stories of thousands of black women who've gone missing. According to the National Crime Information Center, over 90,000 black girls and women went missing in the U.S. in 2020. The podcast details a new case, each episode ranging from the 1990s to the current day. Leaving no stone unturned, the podcast explores the socioeconomic circumstances. Hold on, that word busted me ass, everybody. Socioeconomic circumstances of the victims. Host Amara Kofor narrates the stories, analyzing and contextualizing each tragic story. Black Girls Gone is a tough but necessary black podcast to listen to, full of harrowing accounts and reminders of the injustice regularly committed against black women. That's a mean one, Jack. That's number 6, Black Girl Gone Wild, on the top 10 black podcast and listen to a Black History Month. Alright. The Down Low, number 7, The Down Low. British companies S and Bernie and Bambi are the voices behind The Down Low, a podcast that acts as a loudspeaker for opinions on pop culture from an international perspective. Her largely self-identify as DL-ish bisexuals, the hosts traverse political, socioeconomic, and naturalistic topics throughout the show from their unique vantage point. The host makes even the most difficult topics digestible with shady humor and narration, with a constant finger on the pulse of culture. The Down Low is an engaging trip through society's up and downs, accompanied by smooth-voiced British accents and novel viewpoints. So you feel me? That's number 7 on the top 10 black podcasts that listen to a Black History Month. On the number 8, Code Switch. NPR's Code Switch dives into racial tensions and disparities. Narrated by journalist Gene Demby, the show is an absolute masterpiece, not shying away from topics like racism, classism, and other isms. In Phobia's Code Switch dissect new media and literature. The heavily researched and expertly edited production also honors influential figures and ideologies, and constructively criticizes them in the same breath. God damn, let me do that over, yo. Fuck that. They bust me a hold on. I got to do that over. The heavily researched and expertly edited production also honors influential figures and ideologies, and constructively criticizes them in the same breath. That was a mean breath right there. Code Switch weaves together different pieces of society to give a comprehensive account of why things are the way they are and how they can be better. You feel me? So that's number 8, Code Switch, boy. They had a tongue twister for me on that description, Jack. You feel me? But that's number 8. on the top 10 black podcasts that we got to listen to, man, in Black History Month, man. That's what they're telling me, man. It'll be number 9 Random Order Podcast. Number 9 Random Order Podcast. Full of randomness and foolery. The Random Order Podcast features hosts Sheldon and brothers Jermaine and Trey, who make fun of their lives, each other, and trending topics. The show runs mainly on the trio storyteller with their friends occasionally appearing as guests. The podcast also highlights the host experiences as young adults, Caribbean descendants, and black men. Pure comedy and demonstration of black boy joy. The show has listeners double over in laughter, featuring vulnerable and open-minded conversations. Random Order Podcast is a must-listen black podcast for people who need a stress break. You dig me? That remind me of Shizzy Lit Podcast and shit. So I'ma definitely turn into them boys and see what's up with the Random Order Podcast, which is number 9 on the top 10 black podcasts who you should listen to in the Black History Month shit. That's the boy. Try saying that shit fast 10 times. You understand me? So what's next, man? It'll feel me in number 10. Black Girl Songbook. Number 10, Black Girl Songbook. Black Girl Songbook celebrates the musical genius of black women, pointing out trailblazers within the music industry that have changed the course of history. Host Danielle Smith invites legendary guests like Brandy, HER, and Jennifer Hudson to give commentary and context on their careers. The show focuses on black singers as artists and as people, diving into events and relationships that have impacted each woman's life. Black Girl Songbook unveils the mysteries and nuances of each singer it features, highlighting the multifaceted experience of black women. You dig me? So y'all make sure y'all go check that out. Everybody go check that out. Black Girl Songbook, which is number 10 on the top 10 black podcasts to listen to Black History Month. But like I told y'all, you dig me? If you're black, it's just your history. So listen to it all the time. Y'all know where y'all heard it from. Shizzy Lit Podcast hosted by who? Your boy OG Shizzy Brizzle. I'm out. You dig me? Yo, you are now listening to OGSB and his Shizzy Lit Podcast. You understands me? Yo, it's your boy OG Shizzy Brizzle. Everybody follow Shizzy Lit Podcast on any of your favorite streaming platforms. You digs me? Crime in the hood happens, but some crimes in the hood goes unsolved. This show is about them crimes. Unsolved Hood Mysteries with your host OG Shizzy Brownsend. Tune in. So there's a lot of black content makers out here that got good podcasts that y'all might not know about, and that's what I'm here for, your boy OG Shizzy Brownsend. We gonna kick it off quick. Number 1, Stuck with Damon Young. On Stuck, Damon brings some of the brightest writers, comedians, and critics to discuss and explore the hilarious absurdity of black behavior and how race, gender, and class coverage to make everything messy as fuck. Listeners can expect lively conversations each week with guests including Samantha Irby, Roy Wood Jr., Jamel Hill, Jason Reynolds, Nicole Hannah-Jones, and many more. So that is Stuck with Damon Young. Y'all go check that joint out, see how y'all like it and all that. Remember where y'all heard it from, your boy OG Shizzy Brizzle. On the number 2, Trials and Triumphs. After 4 seasons as Joel Brooks on Netflix, hit series Dear White People, Ashley Blaine Featherson Jenkins returns with Trials to Triumphs, a new original podcast from the OWN network. Y'all know what the OWN network is, right? That's my fucking Oprah Winfrey joint, so you definitely want to be a part of that. Ashley provides audience with a look into conversations with close friends, colleagues, and people she admires about the moments when their trials had led to triumph. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good situation. I mean, I probably don't listen to it, but I definitely promoted. All the females go listen to that. Everybody go check that out. You feel me? So that is called Trials to Triumphs and shit. You feel me? With who in that joint? Joelle Brooks, you feel me? Ashley Blaine Featherson, you feel me? Jenkins and shit. That's a long name, Jack. You feel me? And they got Trials and Triumphs. So y'all go check that out. That's number 2. That's number 2 on the 16th Black Podcast as we're listening to now. I mean, I'm about to start listening to them. I'm learning as we go, just like y'all learning and all that. Anyway, number 3, Chat Shit, the official rap shit podcast. After new episodes of Rap Shit air, viewers can join podcast hosts Jesse and Zach Campbell as they react to, unpack, and discuss each episode and things presented throughout the series. Chat Shit is provided under HBO Max's Sane and Black initiative, celebrating Black creators and audience, and in partnership with Loudspeakers Network and Issa Rae Radio. Y'all know who Issa Rae is? That's the homegirl right there and shit, shorty. That's the homegirl. You feel me? So check that out. That's number 3. Chat Shit, the official rap shit podcast. You understand me? I'm definitely gonna fuck with that just because I see my girl Issa Rae situation. You feel me? Alright. We moving on. Number 4. Therapy for Black girls and shit. We all need therapy, but Black girls need therapy too. Everybody needs therapy. We all crazy. We all got to get something situated in the brain, the mental situation. You got to calm it down, balance it out. The Therapy for Black Girls podcast is a weekly conversation with Dr. Joy Harden Bradford, a licensed psychologist in Atlanta, Georgia, about all things mental health, personal development, and all the small decisions we can make to become the best possible version of ourselves. Okay. You know, I like stuff like that. You dig me? I like to, try to better myself and shit, everything. The upgrade joint, you know what I mean? Gotta upgrade yourself for a couple months and shit, you feel me? You know what I mean? To keep it going and shit. You be wondering why, you still ain't always happy and all that, cause you still getting it up. So this for the ladies and shit in the home. And listen, brothers, if you're smart, you'll listen to it too, you feel me? So you can have some insight and how to, approach these ladies better and deal with the situation. You feel me? So yeah, Therapy for Black Girls, that's number 4 on the 16 Black Podcasts as we're listening to now. So y'all get to that, so we don't make that no lie. Start listening to that. That's number 4. Number 5, Translash Podcast with Amira Jones. Translash Podcast with Amira Jones. With anti-trans violence and political backlash at all-time high, award-winning judge Amira Jones hosts the Translash Podcast, where trans people and allies talk back about what matters most and discuss how to create a fairer world for all. So all the trans supporters and all the trans y'all thought it wasn't no podcast for y'all. There y'all go. Number 5 on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. Translash Podcast with Amira Jones. Y'all go check that out. There's a podcast for everybody out here. We ain't doing no discriminating. It's something for everybody. But remember, we all heard that shit from Shizzy Lit Podcast, man. 5, Translash Podcast with Amira Jones. You dig me? Number 6, Brown and Black. This 2002 Webby honoree is a podcast exploring the intersection of race and pop culture, hosted by 2 diverse voices, 1 Latino and 1 Black, Jack Rico and Mike Sargent. 2 national film and culture critics interview filmmakers, artists, and journalists to examine the complex nature of entertainment and race. Okay, so I like how they be hitting these little niches and they little certain lanes and all that. Everything ain't the same and all that. I'm feeling that Black and Brown, or Brown and Black to be exact. That's number 6 on the 16 Black Podcasts as we're listening to now. You feel me? So y'all make sure y'all check that out and all that. Brown and Black. You feel me? By Jack Rico and Mike Sargent. You dig me? Brown and Black is a Mexican and is African American and all that. So Brown and Black fits the title. The title fits perfect, you dig me? So y'all make sure y'all check that out. We're on to number 7, California Love. In his California Love podcast, author and New York Times writer Walter Thomas Hernandez invites listeners to join him as he takes us deep into his own story as he explores what it means for him to love Los Angeles. Alright, so my man is he gonna live and die in LA. That's the place to be. You got to be there to know what everybody wanna see. Yeah. You feel me? So number 7, California Love. You feel me? Walter Thomas Hernandez. Y'all go check that joint out, especially if you a Californian. You feel me? And I check him out too every now and then. I'm gonna put all of them in the playlist, let them get some rotation and shit. You feel me? If you're a podcaster, you got to do is podcast. The thing you got to explore and listen to more and more podcasts, learn more and more about your co-ops and shit. The niggas that's doing the same thing you do. You with the same business line of business to them. It might get linked up and you feel me? Do some networking and all that. So number 7 of the 16 Black podcasts we're listening to now, California Love. California Love. On to number 8. Girl Trek's Black History Boot Camp. Girl Trek's Black History Boot Camp, number 8. Hosted by Morgan Dixon and Vanessa Garrison. Girl Tech Epic 21 Days Walking Meditation Series to remember where we came from and to gather strength for the road ahead. Each episode is a conversation on learning, living, and elevating to our higher self with guidance from lessons of the past. You feel me? It's always good to learn lessons from your past struggles and your past mistakes and your past, you feel me, situations that fell short so it don't keep happening and all that. You feel me? If it keep happening, you're doing something wrong and all that. So you feel me? Shout out to Morgan Dixon and Vanessa Garrison. They number 8 on the 16 Black podcasts we're listening to now. You feel me? And they podcast is called Girl Trek's Black History Boot Camp. So all you ladies, go check that out. If the dude's smart, y'all go check it out too. See what they talking about. Make sure they ain't cooking nothing up for us. You understand me? On to number 9. Still Processing is number 9. The weekly culture podcast from the New York Times. Still Processing covers the discussion between host Jenna Wortham and Wesley Morse regarding TV, movies, art, and the internet. Good conversations about all the things people want to hear. We still processing a lot of stuff. You feel me? From the end of last year, let alone this year and all that. So number 9 on the 16 Black podcasts we're listening to now, you feel me, is my peoples in them. Jenna Wortham and Wesley Morse. Still Processing, number 9. On the number 10, Code Switch is number 10, hosted by journalists of color. Code Switch tackles the subject of race with empathy and humor. We explore how race affects every part of society, from politics and pop culture to history, food, and everything in between. And I know exactly what they mean, so I will be checking them out on the scene. Number 10, Code Switch, you dig? You feel me? And hosted by who is hosted by? Code Switch tackles the subject of race with empathy and humor. But where's the host? Hosted by journalists of color. You feel me? I mean, who is? Journalists of color. Who that? We need, what's the name? What's your name, bro? Anyway, 10. Code Switch. You feel me? Holla at them and all that. They number 10 on the 16 Black podcasts we're listening to now. On to number 11. Black Women Travel Podcast. I like how y'all got that. I like how y'all got the ladies empowered up in here. I like that shit. I encourage y'all, you to feel me, to go and check these junks out and all that. You feel me? Black Women Travel Podcast shares the stories of black women who dream to make travel a priority. This community of bold women from all over the world have varied travel stories, including short-term travelers based in the country to long-term travelers living as digital nomads or working abroad. Listen in to hear how they are able to use travel as a means to connect with themselves and others. I mean, you got something to calm. You traveling around the world, you don't know everybody, you feel me, when you go out on the new little places, you link up with another motherfucker that's doing the same shit, you feel me? That's how that network game. So that's number 11 on the 16 Black podcast we're listening to now. You feel me? Black Women Travel, you dig? So, it's like various artists and shit. You know, Black Women Travel Podcasts and all that. I'm fucking with that. I promote y'all and encourage y'all to go check that out. You know, feel me? Number 11 on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. Let's go to number 12. Number 12, Roy's Job Fair. Comedian Roy Wood Jr. explores the human condition every week through the prism of employment. Roy sits down with real people from all lines of work about their most memorable jobs, employment vacancies they're looking to fill, scams they run at the office, and of course the cringeworthy office romances. True. You feel me? So number 12, Roy's Job Fair on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. Check that out. Number 12, man. You feel me? 12 of 16, your boy Roy's Job Fair. He talk about all that situation in the office, that employment situation, that workforce situation, all you workforce executives, you feel me, associates, employees and shit, you feel me, and bosses. Go check that out, Roy's Job Fair, number 12. Let's go to 13. The Right Time with Bomani Jones. The Right Time with Bomani Jones. Number 13 on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. Bomani Jones weighs in on sports, pop culture, social topics, and more. That's all we got from that's the only description we got. So I guess it's that simple. You want to go holler at The Right Time with Bomani Jones, they gonna weigh in on sports, pop culture, social topics, and more. What more can you ask for? Straight to the point like a shot of whiskey. We gonna move on, but make sure y'all go check them out. At number 13 on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. We're gonna go to 14. Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood. You dig? Hosted by Jonathan Braylock, Jeray Milligan, and James III. This is a comedic podcast that reviews films with leading actors of color and analyzes them in the context of race and Hollywood's diversity issues. Okay, so I might like this joint right here and shit. This might seem like a little entertaining to a nigga like me and all that shit. So shout out to Jonathan Braylock, Jeray Milligan, you feel me, and James III. Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood. That's number 14 on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. On to number 15 though. Go Off Sis is number 15. Go Off Sis is an R29 sub-brand unbothered video series that confronts the hard truths around being a black woman in America, championing dialogues and creating a community that celebrates black voices. Alright, shout out to Go Off Sis, number 15 on the 16 Black Podcasts we're listening to now. Make sure y'all go check that out. There's a lot of little women empowerment joints on here. I'm liking that. So I'm hoping and encouraging y'all to go check one or all of these out. You dig me? We gotta support our black people and the content makers and all that. You feel me what I'm saying? So that's number 15. And the last one but not least, the Bakari Sellers Podcast, number 16, the Bakari Sellers Podcast. Building upon his experience in South Carolina government and politics and his experience as a lawyer, Sellers will talk to his guests about all topics from the world of politics, including the 2020 election, the movement of racial equality in the U.S., and much more. So that's all we need to be talking about. A lot of people don't like talking about that. Sometimes they be uncomfortable, but we need people to talk about that. So shout out to my man, Bakari Sellers. You hear me? You know what I mean? So definitely go check that out, especially if you into the politics like that. Me, not really, but I go check him out, see what my man's talking about. If he talking like he got some sense, I back him and all that type shit. You feel me? So shout out to all the podcasts, all the 16 and all the other ones that wasn't named on here, Black Podcasts that we're listening to now. You feel me? So hopefully that helps them get some more audience and shit. And don't forget about number 17, a Shizzy lit. Yo, this your boy OG Shizzy, bro. Shizzy lit podcast, that gangster podcast, you feel me?